Morning, students. This is Mrs. Kappenstein, and I want to talk to you this morning about transportation and moving America forward. As you see in one of our other videos, things about the trains and the Transcontinental Railroad, how that helped move America forward. Now we're talking about our story, if you recall, that we read about moving America forward. If you want to, you can get to the page in your Reader's Writer's Notebook, page 58, where we start reading about moving America forward. But I'm going to read the story for you now, and then enjoy the story, and we'll talk about a couple of things that you can do this week to look at moving America forward and maybe how you can come up with some experiments of your own. Moving America forward. The essential question is, how is each event in history unique? So we're going to read to see how the Model T changed the way people move. Henry Ford introduced the Ford Model T car in 1908. The original vehicles came in blue, gray, green, and red. They cost $850 to buy. Everyone wanted a Model T, and thanks to the moving assembly line, almost everyone could have one. By 1918, half of all the cars in the United States were Model Ts. Everyone wants one. The Model T was not the first car to be made, but it was the one that most people could afford to buy at the time. One of the resources Ford used to build the Model T was steel. The car, which was nicknamed Tin Lizzie, was built to hold up on rough roads. It was dependable and easy to drive. They were also simple to maintain or fix. As the nation's population grew, more and more people were buying cars. They wanted to own a Model T. Before the Model T, cars were expensive. Not everyone had enough money to own one. Ford knew that he needed to bring the price down. First, he found a way to make more cars to meet the demand. Then he made them faster. Finally, he was able to make them affordable or lower the cost so more people could buy one. Assembly required. Henry Ford did not invent the assembly line, but in 1913 he improved on it. Ford rolled out a moving assembly line that made building cars much faster. One Model T used to take more than 12 hours to build. Using a moving assembly line, the workers could build a car in 1 hour and 33 minutes. To build a Model T, workers and machines worked together. There were 84 steps. First, some workers stood at assembly stations putting small car parts together. Then, a moving conveyor belt carried the car parts along as more workers put them together. After that, the body of the car was moving along as more workers put their parts into it. Then the engines and the gas tanks were added. Finally, the car bodies were assembled, and the car was finished. The moving assembly line changed transportation in the United States. Workers could build many more cars at once. Business boomed. A world on wheels. The price of the Model T dropped to less than $300 in 1925. More and more people bought them. As a result, more roads and highways were paved. Then gas stations and hotels sprung up. Next, many people moved out of the cities. The people who lived in the 1920s started to appreciate being able to drive to work or go on a journey. Driving around was an agreeable way for them to spend time. Their descendants today may find life before cars hard to imagine. Mary Anderson and the windshield wiper. Mary Anderson invented the windshield wiper while riding on a streetcar in 1902 during a snowstorm in New York City. After watching her streetcar driver jump in and out of the streetcar to clear off his icy windshield, Mary had an idea. First, she sketched her idea. Then she worked out a plan. Then Mary built a model out of rubber, wood, and metal. Finally, in 1903, she tested it. It worked. By 1913, more people bought cars. Thanks to Mary Anderson, they had windshield wipers. So now, folks, while we're spending some time at home, there's a couple of things you could do. You can think about the journeys that you can't wait to take when we're all outside again, going places and driving things. And that's something that you can maybe write down in your notes and think about and make a story about. Also, when you think about Mary Anderson and her inventions, you can think about something that you would like to invent to make your life a little better or other people's lives a little better. Everybody take care, and we can't wait to see you, and we miss you very much. Thanks, guys.